Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to run here the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weekends were awesome. Of course, going on into the new week here, we have a brand new Like Street Goal, the randomizer theme week, which of course is probably going to be, I hope anyway, more popular than the tier list. Again, I don't want to get into the habit of moving up like streaks especially when they're only one away, but I also don't want to get into the habit of just stalling, because I think people lose interest after a while, and it's like, the hype's kind of run out. So if you enjoy this series and you like supporting my channel, of course, click the like button. It's an easy way to do it. It's totally free. Take less than a second. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you. This one, I died laughing at this one. Coming in from, I'm going to probably say this name wrong on the Invicta subreddit, Rory Borealis, I believe that's how they want to pronounce. Top thread was me after watching episode 246. Invicta video didn't drop. Jump to conclusions, Matt. Something bad happened. Something bad happened. It's Alex's fault. Something bad happened. Something bad. Chrome extensions became self-aware. Something bad happened. RuneScape crashed the computer. It's a jump to conclusions, Matt. Oh, Office Space. I'm so glad that the King of the Hill reboot is getting just a ton of perfect praises from every single source. It's awesome. And like I said, I'm a big Mike Judge fan, so I love seeing his work. 6 Victor Charlie, 4 Romeo Tango, 8 Foxtrot. We've got Rare Candy and Trinket Smelter and Infestation 1 with Curse the Blind. Yikes. With a 1.86 tiers rate and a 0.78 shot speed. Woof. Well, if there was ever a time, I mean ever a time, for us to get a reroll or something like that, it's hey, it's already floor 1. We're room 1 of floor 1, and we're already talking about rerolls here. Yeah, this is not great. Infestation 1, of course, is going to be activated anytime we take damage. We're going to spawn a fly. Now, of course, with us only having 1 HP as well, I know, stop where the good gets going. We're going to be not too happy here. It's not going to be great. I don't know what the accent that is. It's probably offensive somewhere. I ended up taking Curse the Blind because a blind item here, just because there's basically nothing to lose at this point. We have no shot speed, no tiers. DPS is going to be in the ground for quite a while. When we gotta hope. We gotta hope that we get some hookup here from the boss. The Eternal Heart in that room? Wait a second. Well, I mean, it's not gonna matter anyway, because I'm not gonna take it until we're done with this floor. Assuming we don't die to, like, a fast champion that's trying to schmoove us. Be sneaky, go through the middle of the room. So the boss is most likely going to be over here, but we could go buy a soul heart maybe in the shop. I'd prefer not to use a bomb though, to ding the donation machine. I was just kind of hoping that we were just going to drop a poop, but not going to happen. Of course, we just smelted the petrify, but whoa, what was that there? Dude, RuneScape isn't even active. I'm recording this at 6:01 a.m. RuneScape's not even active, game. I don't even know what you're talking about. And no, RuneScape should never crash this computer. like, my computer's 5 years old, but it's not 17,005 years old. All right, RuneScape is not going to crash this PC here. If anything, Isaac will before RuneScape. Out of the two, one of them's been around a lot longer with much more stable code. So we escape with 1 bomb here. Fruity Plum goes down. We get a heart for our troubles, and we get a damage upgrade. Okay. Let's go back and take a look at this Eternal Heart, because I did not notice it dropping. But thankfully, I always look at the mini map. So, oh yeah, it just dropped from a regular fire. Wow. I will take that. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the shop. It's dangerous. It's not dangerous, but well, it jeopardizes our devil deal on the next floor, but this Eternal Heart's more important. There's darkness. So what we were looking for is this right here. Just get a tinted rock, get a soul heart, and let's just eliminate the possibility of disaster here early on. Giving us the ability. Oh wow, 2 soul hearts, even better. Now we have the ability to actually take a Devil Deal instead of thinking about taking a Devil Deal. That Eternal Heart was very clutch, of course. Eternal Hearts are those little white hearts that you see. They're always going to be half hearts. And if you let them survive until the next floor, they will give you a permanent HP upgrade, red heart HP upgrade. And we've seen Eternal Hearts in the past serve as a streak saver along with a Devil Deal saver, because it does act as a soul heart. It will take the damage before your HP does. But obviously you're sacrificing a full-on HP upgrade, so it's not exactly ideal. Oh, this is an explosive room here. That was weird that Pooter was not animating for the first second and a half when it spawned. I noticed that. Maybe I was thinking about for the next like streak goal, once we get complete or pass the theme week, is bringing back the eye tracker. There's been a lot of people kind of clamoring to see an eye tracker, and they're obviously newer members of the Mosh Pit, because I've done 2 of the bloody things, which I don't mind doing because it's always interesting. Even for me, it's interesting to see where my eyes go in any given Isaac run, and seeing the back and forth, because again, that's huge right here. Again, it might be a surprise to people, but I rarely ever look directly at Isaac. I'm always looking at enemies, I'm always looking at paths, I'm always looking at the mini-map before ever even worrying about Isaac. Now, if I have to get some precision dodging, which I have not displayed in this room here, then I'll look at where Isaac's position is more, because I see the shots coming. Also, this is the biggest damn Isaac circle I think I've seen in a while. Okay, there is a tinted rock here. Oh, this one's still alive. The apple, obviously, huge upgrade for us. Apple's been showing up quite a lot lately. We'll proc those razor blades that you just saw right there, and they do double damage, and they're extremely, extremely good early on. Movement speed, thank God for that. Golden chest really stepping it up here. This is a good room to kind of learn how to lead your shots and target prioritize here. And some bobbing and weaving in Isaac's very important. Never move in the direction that the flies are going, especially the pink flies or purple flies. Because that means that they're converging, and then they're going to swing around and then start rotating very quickly. It can take you off guard. Source, trust me, bro. It's happened to me many times. Just kind of unga bunga, autopilot everything, and not pay attention really to the enemy's positioning, and then the flies will take over. Sty here, which is going to be a damage and range up, and yeah, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I cannot justify taking a useless item that has no bearing on this run, and then I'm also not going to take the Satanic Bible, because we need the boss items. Now, of course, that's not to say that the Satanic Bible isn't a good item, necessarily. I'm just saying it's not good in this spot, in my opinion. Yes, it would give us a good amount of HP. We would get a guaranteed devil item, at least, after every boss, but you got to think about the bigger picture in Isaac. It's something I've talked about many times now. Always, always, always be thinking about the bigger picture. There are some people who are just like, you know what, I don't care. I'll just take whatever items I want and just have fun. That's great. I mean, I'm not saying that that's the wrong way to play. There's never a wrong way to play Isaac. For my style, though, I like playing safe, obviously. I like making sure that we've got everything wrapped up in a neat little package by the end of a run. And getting to the same spot in a game that's based on pure variation for a majority of our runs is something that's been just kind of crafted over the last decade and a half. Black lipstick, I don't think that replaces the spawn rate of soul hearts. I just think it gives them a chance to turn to black soul hearts. Okay, rare candy, you're not working out here. This is what I can't have you have, or mysterious candy, whatever. What I cannot have you have happen is you dropping a right next to me while I'm trying to run away from stuff. And that's precisely the reason why I did not smell you, so you're on notice. One and done for me. I know it seems ridiculous, seems a little harsh. It's like I said the other day, Isaac is a very what have you done for me lately game. You got to treat it like that. Our damage is better. Sty definitely helped out with the alternating shots. Obviously, our shot speed is just abysmal right now, which is the reason why we're having problems killing things. Tony's tried their best there. Mega Fatty. Be surprised how many times I've hit myself with that exact barrel. See if I can goad him to come over here to the barrel. Whoa. Wow. What was that, computer? Holy, that even made the audio lag. What the heck? There is nothing running other than Chrome for the Patreon list. Wow, that was a new one. Even in the stuttering days, that never happened. I know it ain't the video card because video card is brand new. So I think we need to start taking a look at these hard drives here. The health of them are deteriorating rapidly in front of our eyes. We have 2 bombs now, so I'm going to go back and... Super Secret Room is there. I do want to get this half soul heart for a bomb, even though it's not a great trade. What's this other bomb over here? Why did we not get it? Ah, because we couldn't. There's no reason for us to go into the shop. We have no money. Obviously, we could explore to try to look for a tinted rock or something. Really? Okay, well, that seals the deal there. I've been putting off formatting this computer for a long time. I know it's needed it for a while now, and I really don't want to. And I mean, I'm talking full-on format, clean installation of Windows. I don't have to nuke my data drives, obviously, but the operating system has been... I've always felt that this computer hasn't really been quite right since I got it from Origin PC, which that's a whole nother story for another time here, but... I have always suspected that the video card was bad and that the processor was bad. They have had to replace the water cooler 3 times. By they, I mean me. And I've gone through... I don't think we replaced the motherboard on this computer. I think the motherboard's pretty solid. MSI motherboard is very good. I used to be an Asus stan, and then I built two PCs for myself that both, I was, again, just always Asus. But then I started having performance issues and overheating issues really badly with their, at the time, modern boards. And after the second one kind of crapped out on me, I said, all right, no more Asus. Yeah, I mean, strange key. There's no way we're gonna make it to Hush, so I don't see any value in there. I would rather just have our 2 keys back in that room. We have 2 things that are working in our favor right now that are keeping us somewhat safe, and that is Mysterious Liquid and the Apple Procs, the Razor Blades. Getting a shot speed upgrade with the safety pin was a pretty big upgrade. But right now, the shape of this run is turning out to be somewhat, I don't want to say crawlish yet, but it has the very symptoms of a crawl run. We've got to get better boss items. We've got to get better... This would eliminate the need for a shot speed or tears rate upgrade at this point. It does also, Tech 2 that is, does also apply Mysterious Aura, Mysterious Liquid, just constantly. So, when Repentance came out, Tech 2 was buffed significantly and no longer gave you an inherent 30% damage down. I don't know why it ever did it in the first place, to be honest. I'd like to get a bomb so we can get that Tinted Rock, but unfortunately we don't have one. Yeah, a bomb we can use, game. Yeah, so again, it just puts, Tech 2 just puts constant pressure on enemies. And also, another thing to keep in mind, it's got unlimited range and it's piercing. So, it's not like Tech 2 is a downgrade here. It's my least favorite boss in the entire game. I mean entire game. People are always amazed by that. Look, some bosses just have my number. This is one of them. Yep, there we go. Oh, it's got to get that guaranteed hit in. We get an Angel deal and a Tears upgrade. Tears upgrades still matter for Tech 2, just not as much. Oh, wow. Ooh. We could re-roll this Eden Holy Mantle, though, man. I'm going to stick with Holy Mantle. I'm going to resist the temptation to re-roll this with Genesis. Holy Mantle allows us to finally get into Curse Rooms. Also, we can do this. And with Genesis, with you, if you're playing Eden and you take Genesis, of course, it's a Greed fight. It will re-roll Eden totally, and I mean as if you started a new Eden run. Totally. It will randomize your stats, your starting item, your eternal item, and everything about it. So it's always a gamble when you Genesis with Eden, but it's usually worth it because at least you can do targeted rerolls, you know. So you can kind of sort of, in a way, limit the amount of chance that the game has to screw you. But at the same time, you still want to be careful. There's that Tinted Rock. A bomb and a Tinted Rock here, or a bomb and a key from the Tinted Rock. I don't know if the secret room looks like it's more here than that one. This one is usually the signal. Yeah. Okay. Hangman gives us flight. That's fine. We can use it for something. Don't really need a key right now, so we'll hang on to it. Flight might be useful in a room. I don't know how I didn't get hit there. I got a little shuffled down there, downward slightly by tapping the chest. A penny is but bad. Okay, Isaac, listen up. I need you to put the trinket over here, not in our way, okay? Thank you. Sticky nickel, which we will not be able to pick up. Petrified Poop kind of paying out for us a little bit here. Definitely okay on HP for now, especially now that we've got the Holy Mantle. We are should be safe from any stupidity. That. Or the Bomb Fly just decides to randomly bounce. This is where the piercing shot nature of Tech 2 really comes alive, is whenever they're just lined up like that in a conga line. There we go. Not going to use a bomb on the 4 skulls. Again, we don't necessarily need HP currently. What we need to do is we need to find this item room in this shop. Team sale is going to take everything and turn it to 50% off in the shop on all sales, which is great. But we got to find the shop. And judging by this map, they are right next to each other. I think we've done a pretty decent job holding on, just kind of dealing with what this run has given us so far over the last 16 minutes, 38 seconds. The video is 20 minutes, 20 seconds long. Can't get that. See that gap there? There's tar over it. But you're seeing this sort of compound nature with Tech 2 layering the mysterious liquid over the targets that it hits. And that can, and whenever you stack stuff like that, especially dots in this game, they can really, really do some damage. Kind of like a poison build or a bleed build in an RPG. I love dot builds. That's why I enjoy playing. What the heck is going on with these trinkets? I guess we're just doing a trinket run today. Ooh. Now I'm not gonna smelt it. I ain't gonna smelt it, but I'm tempted to take it though. You know, your boy loves him some cursed penny. We can't take that yet because we got to go find the item room first. But I just for dot builds, I've always loved them. I think that they're a very, you know what it's like? It's like orbital builds in Isaac, in the old Isaac anyway, where you have a constant source of damage that's fun, but it's a skill. It's a skill way to play. That's what I loved about Warlock in WoW, was that I could just throw a bunch of dots on and just run away and start dotting up the next enemy, and you know, and the dots just kind of do the work for me. I can just sit around and collect loot. I don't know how we managed to catch up to that shot, but and we get HP. All right, we have 18 and a half minutes. We're going to have to get very lucky on the teleport here if we do find a coin. There's an arcade here, so we can. We just got to get out of this ridiculous room. Our damage, obviously, is still a big problem. Early on in the game, we're approaching the end of the mid-game here. Early on in this run, we were doing okay with the combined power of the Apple Prox and Mysterious Liquid. That no longer applies because now the rooms are going to be getting bigger, enemies are going to be getting tougher, move around a lot more. First penny took us to the shop. Okay, that keeps us at least having a chance to get to boss rush. Two of diamonds. Gonna go ahead and use that now. Not want to get taken in this direction. Okay, we went to the secret room. I have a feeling that the boss is going to be south, though. Judging from where we started, plus where the shop is located. The path down there, and I think that that's where we're going to be heading. Now, I'm not worried about us getting, or I'm just completely wrong. I'm not worried about us getting the Fool card for the boss rush, but it's not going to happen at this point. Yeah, the dream's dead, but that's okay. This wasn't really a boss rush capable build anyway. Right now, we're just kind of holding on here. Not that we're in any danger, of course. It's just a. I don't know how that thing lived. Game's silly sometimes. We need more damage. I have no clue where the item room is, dude. The arcade has basically become our teleport hub at this point, so I'm down for it. Okay. Well, we haven't gone to the item room yet, but now I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of here If we could have gotten into boss rush, there's always at least a couple fires or something in there that we can get that would produce a coin. But with it taking us directly to mom now, I don't know. Of course, the value of the cursed penny doesn't really show itself until the end game. The value is built into you being able to teleport directly to the boss, or at least close by to the boss, saving you the time it takes and the danger it will require for you to make your way through the end game levels by skipping over a large portion of the run or the floor. Didn't get a devil deal somehow, and we've got the Holy Crown, man. Yeah, we'll just take Polaroid. We got the Holy Crown. I mean, I'm gonna take advantage of that. We've had some new signups, of course, as the Patreon members are catching up to the post-beta testing. We've had hundreds of runs so far now that have been tested, and that's awesome. That makes me feel good that people are using it, they're running it, they're having fun. We're getting feedback, but not a lot of feedback because the app's been built very well by Bryn Mawr. So no real bug reports. They had a couple of suggestions, and that we implemented immediately pretty much. And then I'm going to be posting all the patch notes onto the Patreon so people can see the ongoing development of the app and everything. The eventual app. Guppy's Paw we don't really care about, but it's a Guppy item. I've been sleeping not well for a while now. I know, big shocker. Invicta suffers from sleep issues, but it's been really draining the last couple of days. So I went to bed. But the point of this is that I've previously I had gotten about maybe 16 hours of sleep in 4 days, and anyone out there who suffers from insomnia or sleep issues, you'll know how painful that is. Where everything is just kind of dragging. You know, you're kind of irritable, and you just don't want to talk to anybody because your brain is just so scatterbrained. And that's how it was for me the last couple of days over the weekend, really. And I finally went to bed, and I woke up at I went to bed at 10:45 p.m., which is obscenely early for me. And woke up around, it was about 4:45 today. So, 6 hours of sleep is like, that's like heaven right now, man. I'm like, oh, hey, I'll take it. Used to be 6 hours was the bare minimum I could have just to kind of survive for a day. Anything less than 6 and I'm a zombie. Anything less than 5 and I'm useless to society. So for me, whenever I also had no queue this week too, so it was a rough weekend for a couple reasons. Main reason being is just that I was just wrecked by sleep deprivation. I'm not gonna take that coin because we might be going towards the boss. Maybe, I don't know what's up with this run and these loops that we're doing. Oh, we're just gonna be doing another double circle, I guess. Okay. What? I don't feel like fighting you, Peep. This is where Spectral Tears would really come in handy. I have to deal with these jokers. Blast Assist shouldn't be too painful here, especially with Holy Mantle. Mysterious Liquid really showing its strength on this run. Again, that was an educated decision there to take Tech 2 because of having Mysterious Liquid, and it's really paid off for us. Get another HP upgrade. And I guess Hallowed Ground. Game really wants us to do angel deals today, apparently. I don't know if Genesising would have really mattered on this run. It's impossible for me to know. Maybe if you played the seed, let me know what the items were. I'm gonna try to get a coin. Go. I didn't even see those. It was not a sticky nickel. It sounded like it. Wow, how in the... Are you kidding me? How in the world did that bomb fly stay... It's still alive. What the heck? That bomb fly just said, I don't care about your damage. Twice. Could take Number Magnet, which would increase our chances of getting a Devil Deal, as everyone loves to point out whenever I pass it up. Of course, that effect is doubled with Mom's Box, but I'm still not going to take it over to Curse Penny. Curse Penny is king in the end game. Let's see if maybe, hopefully, we can get a Devil Deal, but at this point, I'm not really expecting it. You know, this is the damage that we truly deal without Mysterious Liquid, and that explains why that Bomb Fly lived for so long, was that we actually don't have a lot of damage. So it's, you know, recognizing that kind of synergy with the compounding stats or stacks of poison. It's what's great. This is what's great about Mysterious Liquid, is that it doesn't count as a poison. It's just a straight up damage up. It's just damage. It's just creep. It's like Aquarius. So there's no, in other words, there's no diminishing returns on how much damage it does. Unlike a poison gas cloud, where obviously there's a cooldown on when the poison applies, and therefore the damage ramps up. But with creep, the damage is, it's like as if Isaac has shot them with a tear. Oh, we did get a Devil Deal. D-Bizzle. Sure. D-Bizzle. Got plenty of bombs here. We can get these two Black Soul Hearts. Claude! I don't know how we... Oh my gosh! We got 3 Claudies! Because of the golden clot. That's pretty cool. Never seen the golden clotty before. Heck yeah. See if we can keep them safe. Thank you, D-Bizzle. As long as we can. This is just going to enhance our damage by a whole lot. Showing what happens, what this damage would look like if we actually had a good damage stat on paper. I think one of our Claudies got tagged a little bit there, but it'll be okay. D-Bizzle? Oh, my bad. This is not a good matchup for you, Wrath. Not only can we push the bombs back to you at like 18 times the speed that you throw them at us, but we can also have 3 layers of Mysterious Liquid just destroying you. We've gone the wrong direction. I mean, I've been getting a weird hankering to play Summoner's War again. I haven't played Summoner's War in years, probably. At least 1 year. It's all Uma Musume's fault. Which we still have people who are in the Mosh Pit Club. Obviously, things kind of die off. Oh, there goes our Claudius. Things kind of die off whenever I stop playing a game, or at least scale back my time in a game, which is understandable because, you know, people feel a little bit more connected, like it's an active game when their favorite streamer or YouTuber is playing it. Come on, Curse Penny. Okay. But I still do a run every now and then. It's just, for me, I kind of, every time I get like a bad event or something like that, or the game just decides to randomly give me a mood down, it takes me, it kind of resets my motivation to keep playing. That makes sense? Like, I don't want to, I don't know why is the Curse Penny taking us always one room forward right now? Hey, there's the item room that we don't have any use for, but thanks for trying, Holy Crown. I mean, we made the decision to take you and to go the Polaroid route because of you. So what you could do was give us a good item room, but you know, onwards and upwards. Emperor card. We could take. At this point, I don't think that we're. If the Curse Penny felt like taking us to the boss room by now, it would have. But I still would have backed up anyway to at least have gotten the item room. Does Holy Crown give you a shop as well in the Cathedral? I think it does, doesn't it? I know that Wicked Crown does that in Shoal, so I assume that's the same thing in Cathedral here. Die. Definitely a pretty hard counter to Globins. Hey, a dang time. So again, you're seeing the accelerated damage that we're doing to Isaac because of the stacks of Mysterious Liquid going off, whereas we're doing almost no damage to stuff in the air. Go. No problem at all. The lighter. Might as well take it. I mean, we're not gonna. We don't need to teleport because we have our got our Emperor card here. So. Yeah, overall, I would say a very, I wouldn't say cozy run, but we didn't really have any issues here. It was all basically opened as soon as we got Mysterious Liquid and Tech 2 rolling, and that was the decision of the run. So that, and you can make those kind of decisions whenever you play the game more, and you understand that there might be some synergies that you don't think about, but then if you apply, well, what if this happens to this, and this one can do this with this one? That's when you can really start having fun with synergies and seeing what other kind of fun ways you can win and produce some awesome runs. So thank you for watching, everyone. Good start to the week here on Monday. Remember, if you enjoy this video, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Those are the two easiest ways to support my channel. And thank you all very much for every one of you who keeps doing that every single day, leaving comments, starting comment streaks, of course, posting on the Reddit, talking in Discord, testing out the randomizer app, the whole 9 yards. Thank you, Mosh Pit. We'll see you tomorrow for another Isaac run and, of course, our YouTube live stream. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like P. Catons, Janice, and Alvin Sheldon. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.